Hi, my name is Alex. I used to run a nonprofit called Parenting Time Incorporated. I was the co-founder, one of the co-founders, and the program director, so on the front lines most all days. And we were a pretty small nonprofit, but we did supervise visitation. We were subcontracted with our court locally, providing a really important service. But because, we survived on grant funding that ebbed and flowed, we didn't have a ton of money for an accountant, and I am not educated in that area. So we sought to find someone who was specialized in nonprofit accounting, and that could, maybe teach me a little bit or just handhold me a little throughout the process. And then, third, that we could afford. So we did find Anwar, thank God. He was able to help us with reconciling our Zero account. So I think he's trained in a couple different programs. Zero is one of them that he assisted us with. He also did additional training while, I think he did this training after we started so that he could help us and other people with some tax filing. So he kind of looked that over and made sure it looked good before we sent it off. And we had some discussions over Zoom to make sure I understood what was going on. So, managing the different time zones was a little bit difficult, but we mostly did our communications and business over email, which made things super easy. So, just having to work a little bit more, maybe a later night meeting, just in the beginning to get to know each other. And if I really needed some detailed questions answered that just weren't as easy to do over email. Other than that, it was seamless. Whenever I asked him to reconcile, he would get right on it, and it'd be done within the week. He also helped when we had some issues with our bank feed. That would happen a lot with Zero, unfortunately. So he has also had to manually bring in some of our transactions and make sure everything looks balanced, which I think, he also organized our charts. So he basically took our messy books, me trying to struggle through it, not knowing what I was doing, and fixed it and made it look clean. So that was a huge load off my plate, and we're so happy we found Anwar. We would recommend him to anybody, especially someone who needs nonprofit accounting. All right, thank you.